Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm John, 242 marathon runner and certified England athletics coach.
And I'm Dawn, 256 marathon runner and certified England athletics running coach. Good afternoon and welcome to Monday. We're just about to start our session for the day. I'm going to run on the treadmill because it's a nice recovery day for me, having done 20 miles yesterday. I think John has already run today and he is about to do a watt bike session.
And tonight's choice for shoes are the Streak Flies. I think I've done about 60 miles in those. I am still contemplating what shoes I can run the marathon in. These are meant to be 5k to 10k shoes. When I've asked around, people have run up to 10 miles in them, but I got 15 miles out of them on Sunday, so we shall see.
I've decided to go with the Night Tempo. Probably got a bit too much stack for some people. For John, for instance, he doesn't like a shoe with this much stack, but for me, they're ideal.
So, second week in a row, we've managed to get 10 miles in on a Tuesday. Really is a staple and it really does set you up for the rest of the week. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to be doing half an hour easy shakeout run. Now then, when I do my shakeout runs, what I actually like to wear are the Skechers Speed Elite. And I still have the box which tells us that they are lightweight, strong and breathable. They offer highly responsive and ultra lightweight running experience for every stride. Now, I absolutely love these shoes because they do give that energy return. I absolutely love these shoes. They give a high energy return right through the legs. But in my quest for a marathon shoe, I'm not quite sure that I would be able to run a full 26.2 miles on an undulating road loop in these shoes, I think. So, Thursday, lunchtime run. Today I'm testing out, if any of you remember these, the original Nike 4%. So I've had these about 4 years since they came out. I've not really done very many miles in them, about 50 miles I think. I didn't get on with them when they first came out. In those days I wore still quite minimalist shoes when I could, and just the stack height really didn't suit me. But now I'm used to slightly more stack height. We're going to give these a go today on what should be a 5-mile run with a few strides. But as you can see, the trail looks quite icy today. These have very little grip, so it could be a poor choice for today's run. We'll see how we get on. So I can certainly feel the energy return in these, bouncing me along, but it feels slightly unnatural, slightly uncomfortable. I'm not sure how we'd get on with these in a full marathon. So one thing we've learned today, I don't think tomorrow's 1 mile session, which we plan to do up and down here, is going to be taking place. Far too dangerous to be asking runners to run fast in these conditions. Did any of you ever run in the 4%? If so, did you ever run a marathon in them? How did you get on? Would you recommend them as a marathon shoe? Hopefully this training block will bring me back to more than a shadow of my former self.
Oh, I'm just about to do another run on the treadmill.
So, Friday lunchtime, we thought it would be a good idea, since all the trails around us are frozen, to drive across Barnsley and use the Dorothy Hyman Sports Centre running track. But as we can see, I don't think that is going to be a goer. So, with the track being closed, we've driven a few miles to come to a place called New Millerdam Country Park. Now, this is a lovely area, as you can see. There's a nice, flattish, gravelly path all the way around, which I think is 1.75 miles. Plenty of sessions around here in the past. So what we're going to do is one lap of warm-up, and shoes of choice for the warm-up are these Brooks, so these Hyperion Tempo.
Yep.
And then for the main part of the session, which is going to be 4 times 1 mile of 400 metre jog recovery, we're going to roll into a different pair of trainers that are my favourite ones at the minute.
It's a beautiful lunchtime. The sun is shining, it's cold, but we can cope with the cold and there's little wind. You can see the ice on the water. So the warm-up is done, and we've now changed our shoes into the shoes that we're going to wear for the session.
Takumi Sen 8s here, absolutely love them. Had these a couple of months, probably done about 100 miles in them, done fast park runs in them. I think I did the Tadcaster 10-mile race in them as well. So I've raced up to 10 miles in them, but I still don't think they're a marathon shoe. The consensus seems to be they're a 10k racing shoe. So what do you think? Has anybody ever run longer than half marathon distance in the Takumi Sen 8s? We'd love to know. So drop a comment below if you have.
And we know that the Alpha Fly are a marathon shoe. Many people have worn them and sworn by them over the marathon. I've never worn them over the marathon, so I'm a little bit undecided, but I'm going to see how they feel on this session. So let's get it done. My one done, 7:28 pace. It's a little bit slippery in places, so pretty pleased with that first rep.
400 metre jog recoveries, and then we try and keep these relatively even.
And what do the shoes feel like?
Lovely.
Mile 2, 7:26. So consistent so far. Mile 3, fastest yet, 7:20. A little bit of negotiating dogs and people. Lap 4 done and session complete. 7:25 pace for me and
7:14. So Dawn's Alpha Flies, we seem to have developed a brand new colourway there. It's called Blood Red. It's those trendy type shoes. So finished the cool down, 8 miles in all.
Saturday morning, John and I did Pontefract Park Run in sub-zero temperatures. Please check out the park run video that we made if you haven't done so already. So welcome to Sunday, and this morning we're off to do our long runs. It is another chilly one, but not quite as chilly as yesterday. It's surprising how just a few degrees can actually make it quite pleasant. So although it's a tiny bit warmer than yesterday, we're still going to have to be careful. So we're about 8 miles into our long run. Sometimes you have to adapt to the conditions. Yeah.
So, change of plan here. Just 10 miles for this long run, which then makes it a medium long run. Conditions underfoot, as I said, not really conducive to churning out consistent miles. I found it in these Nike Street Flies, which I ran 15 miles in last week, no problem, felt great. There's just a slip. You land on this surface and your foot's immediately slipping like that, and then you push, and you're pushing off again, and it's slipping back. So it's like almost like running on sand. Yeah. So on the positive side, we've done 96 minutes of strength running.
Yes, and that's another 50 miles for the week, which can't be sniffed at. I'm pleased with what I've done this week. We've also done how many strength sessions this week?
We've done 2, we've got another one to go later.
Yeah.
My quest for marathon shoe continues. So what we learned this week, the Nike Street Flies, absolutely wonderful for distances up to 15 miles. I don't know about further than that. The Takumi Sen 8s, absolutely wonderful, really nailed that session on Friday in those. But I still don't have a pair of shoes I could put on and say, these are the marathon shoes. So I'd really like your opinions on this. What is your favourite marathon shoe? What shoe are you intending to do, perhaps your spring marathon in? And is it the marathon version of your 10k shoe? Because obviously I've talked about liking the Nike Street Flies, I've talked about liking the Adidas Takumi Sen 8. Should I be going for the Adidas marathon version, which I think are the Pro 3s now, some people use the Pro 2s, or should I be going for the Nike Vaporflies or the Alpha Flies? So one thing about me, I really don't like stack height. The more stack I have, the more my knees, ankles start to wobble around, and it's not good for me. So I'm looking for a balance between fantastic, comfortable marathon shoe with not much stack height, with a bit of propulsion, all fitted for me. So what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Genuinely appreciate it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a like. If you'd like to follow our running journey towards these 2 marathons, please subscribe to this channel. It's free to you, and you'll be able to see our regular parkrun, coaching, training and other running content. So until next time, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.